Hello, welcome to Radiant Resilience. I'm Torrey, and today's practice is just going to be a quick chair stretch or warm up. So it's something that you can do before you're going to do some exercise. Maybe if you're just sitting, or if you've been sitting a lot. If it's great to do if you're at work. All you need is a chair, preferably one that doesn't have arms on it, and you want to make sure that your chair is on something that's not going to be slippery. So if you can put it on some carpet or a yoga mat, that's great. And we're going to get started. So sitting up nice and tall, roll your shoulders up, back, and down. And then just bend your torso a little bit so that you can grab low on your chair, underneath the seat or maybe even the legs. And then sitting up nice and tall. So just by grabbing low and sitting up tall, you just start to feel some length through the sides of your neck. And then breathe in, and as you exhale, drop your chin down to your chest, shoulder blades slightly working towards each other. Take a sigh. Keep chin on your chest and slide the chin over to your collarbone on one side. And center and to the other side. And center, and then roll your head, ear to the shoulder, one side, forward, and the other side. And just keep going here. Make sure your jaw is relaxed. Now, as your head comes over towards your right shoulder, keep it there, little nods of your chin. You're not going to go so far back that you feel like you're crunching anything. We're just stretching through the left side of the neck. And then keep your head over to the right, deep breath in, exhale, lean slightly to the right while you're still holding, slightly to the right while you're still holding onto the bottom of the chair. Heads relaxed, take a sigh. And then bring torso back to the middle, head rolls forward and over to the left side. And once you get there, little nods. And then keep your head to the side, breathe in, exhale, lean slightly to the left so you're feeling more of a stretch along the right side. Jaw stays relaxed, big breath in, sigh it out. And torso center, head comes forward, breathe in, exhale, bring your head upright, release the chair with your hands and roll your shoulders. And then keep rolling shoulders, but roll them separately. Let your rib cage move as you do this. And on your next inhale, shrug. And exhale, soften, shoulders down. One more time, inhale, shrug. Exhale, shoulders down. Inhale, sweep arms up. Interlace fingers, press palms up. Shrug again. And shoulders come down. Turn your palms to face your head and then pull your hands over to one side. Back of your neck stays long as you pull that elbow over to the side. And then switch. And just keep going a few times right here. These shoulder movements are so good if you've been sitting at a desk reaching forward and maybe your posture hasn't been the greatest. And then back to center, reach the arms up, breathe in, exhale, sweep your right hand down, hold on to the side of your chair for stability, and then reach with your left arm. Both sits bones are down into the chair evenly, and come up, arm sweeps up, other arm comes down, and reach again. And then come back up. Now we're going to scoop forward a little bit. I'm just going to turn sideways so you can see. You're going to scoop forward on your chair a little bit and then grab onto the back of your chair. So if you have space on the back of your chair back, you could hold on to it like this, but both sides. So you're holding on to it like this. And if your palms are able to go out, I'm just going to turn sideways so you can see a little bit. If your palms are able to go out, that opens your shoulders a little more. But if not, you're going to hold on to the sides like this. And then just instead of leading with your chin, you're going to keep your chin tucked and just lead with the heart. Good. And then come forward or come back up. Sorry, ball. unorganized now. And then you can stay seating forward. I'm just turning sideways so you can see what my body is doing. Feet are wide, knees are wide, hands are on the knees. Inhale, heart leads. Exhale, back of the shoulders lead. Inhale, heart leads. Exhale, back of the heart leads. Couple more. So you're flowing with this, getting the spine working. Make sure your hands are on your thighs so you're supported and you're not going to fall off your chair. One more. Good. And then inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, left hand to the right knee, right hand to the back of your chair. Lift up really tall, come into your twist. Make sure you're not yanking yourself into your twist. You're just using the hands as a guide and support. Head looks over the right shoulder. Big breath in as you lengthen through your spine. Big exhale, and you might be able to soften into this just a bit. Exhale again. Inhale, come out of your twist, arms reach up. Exhale to the other side. Right hand to the left knee, left hand to the back of the chair, and look over your left shoulder. Inhale, lengthen as tall as you can go. Exhale, soften any tension you're having in this pose. And again, check yourself, make sure you're not pulling yourself into your twist. Exhale, inhale, come back up. And exhale, release. Shoulders roll up, back, and down again. And then we're going to walk the feet wide again, as wide as your knees are able to go. Make sure you scoot back on your chair so you're not going to pitch forward. Hands to the insides of the knees. Push the knees back. Chest comes forward. Look over one shoulder. And then switch. And again, over and switch. Back to center and come back up. Bring the feet back in, and then bring your right knee into your chest. And you're just gonna round through your spine, forehead towards your knee, and then lengthen through the spine as tall as you can get. Cross the right ankle over your left thigh and open the knee out. Make sure you're flexing your right foot and sitting up really tall. For some of you, this might be plenty. You're gonna be feeling it in your right glutes. That might be enough for you. If not, you might hinge forward just a little bit. Just until you feel the right amount of stretch for you. And then go ahead and come back up. Bring that knee back in. Foot comes down and switch. Knee in, round through your spine, forehead to the knee, just to get a little length through the spine, and then lengthen the chest back up. Cross ankle over, flex the foot as you open the knee. Sit really tall, see how this feels. Maybe it's plenty, everybody's hips are different, or you might hinge forward. But as you hinge forward, make sure you're not rounding forward. You're keeping your spine long, chin slightly tucked so the back of your neck stays long. Good. And breathe right there. And come up, release, knee into your chest again, and set that foot down. Going back to the right leg, again, I'm just gonna turn sideways. You don't need to, but just so that you can see, you're gonna come to the edge of your seat and lengthen the right leg out. Hands are gonna be on your left leg for stability. Toes are pointing up. Breathe in. As you exhale, hinge forward and push the ball of the foot down. And then inhale, come up, toes lift. Exhale, toes down as you come forward. Inhale as you come up. And again, you're keeping your spine straight. You're not rounding. So your hamstrings will limit how far you're able to go before you have to round. So really pay attention. You're just hinging at the hip. Okay. Now, we're going to keep the toes lifted and hinge forward once more. And then turn your toes from side to side. Toes straight up for a breath. And then push the ball of the foot down, push the toes down, breathe in, exhale, maybe hinge a little further. and come up. Release that, maybe give the leg another hug for a release. And then we're gonna go to the other side. So the left leg is gonna lengthen out, and again, you can stay facing forward. I'm just turning sideways so you can see. Left leg is long, hands are on your right knee, toes are up. Breathe in, exhale, hinge, push the foot down. Inhale, come up. So we're easing in by moving the foot as we hinge. We're easing into hamstrings, flossing the hamstrings as well as the nerve. Sometimes it's the nerve that is the limiting factor. So we're just kind of easing into this. Okay, now one more like this, and then keep toes lifted and hinge forward once more right here. Toes are up, chin is tucked, move your toes side to side. And then toes straight up for a breath. Press the toes down, deep breath in, exhale, maybe hinge forward a little more. Good, and come up. And then both feet back to the floor. Now going back to your right leg, this time you are gonna walk your feet over to the left, and you're gonna hold on to the back of your chair with your left hand. Right hip is off the floor or off your chair seat so that you have space here. And then you're gonna bring your right knee up to your chest, slide the hand down towards your foot. You can also use a strap or a towel or something around the foot, and then let that leg come back, just like that. So with your leg off the chair, you can move the knee forward or back, or push into your hand with your foot or not. The idea is to get the stretch in the belly of your thigh, not at the knee. You can also fill it up into your hip flexors. Scoop the navel in and up, tailbone down. Breathe right there. Good. Now as you release that foot, come onto the top of the foot right there. Make sure you're still holding onto your chair so you don't fall. And now we want to stretch through the top of your foot. So if this doesn't feel like enough, you can slide your foot forward a little bit till you find the right amount of stretch for you. And then move your heel side to side. So you're getting into that outer line of the foot and ankle and into the big toe line of the ankle. This area contracts every time we step forward, and it contracts even more if you're wearing shoes where the heel isn't connected, the heel of your shoe isn't strapped or connected to your heel, so you grip your toes more to hold your shoe on. So flip-flops are really bad for that. Okay, and then bring your heel in line with your big toe and shin and just breathe right there. Now we're going to reverse that just as a little counter release. Toes under, you might bring the foot forward a little bit more and then press the heel down. Okay, and then we're going to go to the other side. So scoot the legs over, make sure your left hip is kind of off the seat, right hand is holding onto the back of the chair. Bring the knee up, slide your hand down, and bring the leg back. Tailbone down, navel in and up. Make sure you're feeling this in the belly of the leg, not the knee. You could fill it up in your hip flexors, that's okay too. This is an area that can get really tight if you've been sitting in chairs a lot, because everything's shortened. Breathe. Okay, now as you release the foot, nice and gentle, top of the foot comes down to the floor. See how that feels? If you want more, slide the foot forward, and then pushing slightly down onto the floor, and then move your heel side to side, going to the outer edge and the inner edge. And then once the heel is opened out to the side, just pause there for a breath, stretching. And then bring the heel in line with your big toe. Might feel intense, just make sure that you're going within a range that feels right for your foot. And now little counter stretch, toes under, and push the heel down. Good. And then go ahead and release. and bring yourself back to the middle, and then walk your feet about shoulder width or a little wider. We're going to come forward and press up, hips lift off the chair, and bring yourself all the way up. From there, we're going to turn your chair towards you, the seat of your chair towards you, and we're just going to come hands onto your chair. Knees, ankles are about underneath your hips. Bend your knees slightly, little cat-cows right here. Breathe in, exhale, round. Inhale, arch, and round, and arch. And then back to center. Walk your feet back even more so your arms are stretched out in front of you. Bend your knees as much as you need to, and drop the heart. So this is kind of like our down dog, and you might even pedal. So if you're pedaling here, feet are staying on the floor, or you could bring the heels up, and you're alternating bending and straightening the legs. So it could look like that, or it could look like this. And then back to center, take a nice deep breath in, and let it go. And then come forward, stepping right foot forward, and instead of lifting the heel, we're going to keep the chest forward. Right foot comes forward, your weight is being supported by your hands, and just press back through your back heel. And then lift the back heel up, bend the knee, and bring yourself upright. Tuck your tailbone, scoop in the navel, and just breathe freely right here. And then lean forward onto your hands, and we're going to step back, and same thing to the other side. So your right foot is pointing forward, it's not angled out, pointing forward. Step your left foot forward, push through the back heel. And then lift the back heel, bend the knee, bring your chest upright, tailbone scoops under, navel in and up. So you could be here, or you could come hands to your hips. And then hands back to the chair, and step up. And then from there, roll yourself up, back and around. One sweep up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Sorry, I'm not sure if I'm in the range. And hopefully that feels really good. So it's just a quick stretch out that you can do sitting in a chair. If you have any other special requests, something that you'd like me to cover, just leave me the request in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe. Radiant Resilience. Thank you. Bye. Have a great day.